I want to talk about something crazy. It's crazy, but what's also not, what also was crazy is to not think about it. You'd be crazy to think about it, but you will also be crazy not to consider the possibility that it is so. I call this God versus the mirror. What does that mean exactly? God versus the mirror. This is what it means. Nothing can be implemented inside of a video game without the intention of the designer. Everything is intentional. And that means many different things about our very reality. That means that I think that I'm talking to you right now, but I'm not. In reality, you're interacting with God. Not saying that I'm God, but since I was created by Him, I'm technically His will. I'm His will talking. I too am a video game character. And I know this now because I'm a developer myself. I see moons in my games. I see mountains in the things that I design. I see them outside in my reality. That means that I'm inside of a simulation of a sort as well. And everything that I think that I'm doing is not my own intention. It is simply the parameters in which I was allowed to roam free in. All the animations that I play were pre-programmed. This is just my perspective, though. It's just a hypothesis. And they say everything is God, supposedly. So he's technically, yeah, what has happened? Has he gone? Was he bored and needed something like this to exist? What is the point of it? What is the purpose of the physical manifestation of a sentient being like me? What is the point of making a being that questions itself? The only point that I can see is that it could be some sort of a hell, because there is no point into manifesting a dimension such as this, where the infinite questions that never get answered, while nothing but bad things are happening all around you. You got to be brave to be able to face these types of realities. You got to be a strong spirit to be able to even begin to think in these ways. People are always talking about, oh, this is that, or just pray to God, and I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in them. Jesus has saved me from things before. But I know now, as an older man, that that's just an indoctrination. If I was raised with a bunch of chickens and the chicken was my God, and I called out to the chicken God would have came and saved me. It's an indoctrination of my surrounding, because there is a deeper truth. There is something greater than religion. I've lived long enough to realize that religion is just a facet and a construct inside of a mechanism. And there is something, and it's just an idea. But there's something beyond it. There is a force unseen. And my train of thought there, but just expressing to you my views on antinatalism. I don't think that these things are good. But the topic of the subject we're talking about here is God versus the mirror. I always think to myself, how come God couldn't have solved his issues himself? There's a bunch of people getting raped and murdered, and people crying with their children, and burning homes, and starvation, and girls hiding from their father figures, and weird environments. And it's all freezing cold outside. The roads are all stretched out, cracked up and stretched out, crackheads everywhere. I've met Jesus before too, and that's what's weird. I've met him before. But the older I get, none of it makes any sense. Why is everything so secretive? I always say Jesus and God, they want us to go out and talk to people and be in everybody's face and be proper and shake hands and speak with etiquette and be on time and be fashionable and be presentable and to be honest, to be truthful, to show up, to be vigilant. But yet they won't do it for us. I've also come to realize, now that I'm 32, that I don't even know who they are. They just know who we are. You can't tell me one thing about Jesus that you know. You don't know his favorite color. You don't know his favorite flavor of bubble gum. You don't know a thing about him or God. And I believe in them. I just doubt their intentions because they haven't been honest. They haven't just popped up like how we're supposed to pop up to people and explain things. And that's why doubt begins. And I would never feel comfortable bringing somebody into a place where I don't understand. But the topic of the video, see, I keep straying off. Am I really saying that? What does that mean? If everything is implemented by a higher being. I'm just like a movie playing that's been pre-made. And this is where I'm baffled.